People see me and think they're safer. But it's not really me they're seeing. Probably for the best. Knowing everything hinges on a guy from Queens sounds as scary as it feels. No pressure, right?
I have been a huge fan of Spider-Man since I was just 5 years old, so it's no surprise that I was all over this game when I got it. But I will not let that affect my review for the game. Okay, maybe a little. This will be a spoiler-free review, and I'll try to include as little gameplay as possible to keep the surprises fresh. I know I'm a little late to the party, but I'm sure there are still people out there yet to play Spider-Man. With that out of the way, let's get into the review. The story is the beating heart of this adventure. One of the things I love about Spider-Man is that he's just a kid trying to do the right thing. That part is showcased beautifully here, and it gets pretty intense by the end. It has everything a Spider-Man fan could wish for. Peter is now 23 years old, and he has been Spider-Man for 8 years, so he's pretty good at what he does, and that reflects in how he handles every situation. More than Spider-Man, however, I'm surprised to see how much the story focuses on Peter. His relationships are what drives the story forward, especially the relationship between Peter and Mary Jane, and their on-again, off-again drama, while you wait to see what happens next.
Did you just leave your clothes on the kitchen floor?
I'm not gonna lie, I teared up a bit by the end. Saying anything more could be saying too much. So let's move on to the next category. Let me address the elephant in the room. Yes, it does borrow a lot of ideas from Batman Arkham series, and it's not a bad thing to take ideas and improve on them. And to people still talking about it, I'll just say this to them.
A guy who built a nice chair doesn't owe money to everyone who ever has built a chair, okay? They came to me with an idea, I had a better one.
Also, it uses the standard tropes of an open world game, but all that is washed away by the fact that it is so much fun to play as Spider-Man. Insomniac and the team has done an amazing job with the design of the game and its mechanics. You will never feel tired of swinging, and it makes you feel alive. There are plenty of things that combine to make the swinging feel that good. The music slowly kicks in as you begin swinging, and Spidey has tons of character animations that make you feel fresh every time. Plus the subtle vibration on your controller make this for an excellent showcase. It is also very forgiving. You need to get through a small learning curve, but once you get a hang of it, swinging feels effortless. The combat system is not so forgiving, as the game throws a variety of enemies at you, making the fights challenging. You have tons of web gadgets to even the odds, but I'll save them for you to discover yourself. You can juggle the enemies in the air, web them up, or throw them on each other, but fun is always a part of it. Performing a near flawless fight sequence feels spectacular. You also encounter stealth sections reminiscent of Batman series, and in some parts of the game you also take control of characters like Mary Jane. I've heard people say that stealth sections with MJ are bad and make you feel like going back to being Spider-Man. But I think it works in the favor because I see things happen and I cannot wait to kick their butts as Spider-Man.
I'm like, you wait. You wait for this.
Boss fights are simply spectacular. Most of them come down to pattern recognition, but the variety is enough to keep you engaged. Having a good story element also gives depth to these encounters. Some puzzle sections I felt were undercooked. They can get challenging but lack variety. But that is a minor setback to what is on display here. And before anyone asks me in the comments, yes, it does make you feel like Spider-Man. Video games this generation is closer to realism than ever before, and Spider-Man is no exception. The city of New York is rendered so beautifully, I feel like I've already been to Manhattan, but as Spider-Man, because I won't be looking at so many rooftops when I visit the Big Apple. It is easy to be fascinated by the grand spectacle of Spider-Man, but its beauty lies in the little details. One example of this is that Yuri Lowenthal, the voice actor for Peter and Spidey, had to record all his dialogues twice, once in the normal tone and another for when he's swinging.
Peter, hey, can I call you back?
I think you'll want to hear this. Wait, why are you whispering?
Peter, hey, can I call you back?
I think you'll want to hear this. Wait, why are you whispering?
How about we catch up over dinner? My place?
Oh, sure. I'll even cook.
How about we catch up over dinner? My place?
Oh, sure. I'll even cook.
This is some insane amount of detail. The city pedestrians and vehicles are varied enough to make the city feel living and breathing. The character motion capture is on point. Every cutscene is carefully crafted. Spidey's fighting and swinging animations look fantastic every time. The music is composed by John Pisano and works beautifully for the game. Swinging across the shiny skyscrapers of Manhattan coupled with the music never gets old. Trust me, I've spent hours doing just that. I 100% the game on my PlayStation 4 Pro and did not encounter a single bug or pop-ins. This is some quality work considering it's an open world game. As a fan, it is humbling to see so much heart put into a game starring Spider-Man. Insomniac have crafted a wonderful story around a household character who has already starred in 6 feature films, and yet this story stands out to me. Peter is so relatable in the game that I felt like I was reading a comic book. The gameplay and design is a stepping stone for something greater, and I'm very confident that they will deliver in the sequel. If you own a PlayStation 4, this is a game that must be a part of your library. Insomniac was bestowed with tremendous power, and they handled it responsibly. This is the definitive Spider-Man game. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe for more.